Lay down the plans for the family to meet. We talking protection, we talking the growth. Securing the legacy, honoring the oath. From the policy sign to the deeds in your hand. It's time that we teach you to master the land. No more guessing games in the dark of the night. We bringing the truth and we turning on the light. Because the foundation you build has to stand through the rain. We clearing the doubt and we healing the pain. Don't let the tomorrow just slip through your fingers today. Listen close to the words that I say. This is the kitchen tabletop, keeping it real. Protecting your pocketery, writing the deal from life insurance safety to real estate dreams. We breaking down barriers, busting the schemes, yeah, we building it right, making it last, securing your future, healing your past. I see the confusion when numbers get deep, believing your family exposed.
Hey, welcome back to the Freddie Metro channel, Freddie Metro networking channels and social media. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And here's a question I have for you to get this conversation kicked off. Have you ever gotten one of those postcards in the mail inviting you to a free steak dinner to learn about your retirements? I go all the time. I gotta have that free steak. I gotta have it. You're not alone. You know what I'm saying? If you have, but today I'm going to tell you what's really going on in those meetings, because I know a lot of people don't know. Right after we break down these two popular ways to grow your money, fixed index annuities and bonds. Okay, now let's start with bonds. I almost fell back in my chair right there. Blooper. Now, because they are simpler, the simpler of the two, we're going to talk about the bonds. You're basically lending money to the government or a company. In return, what they're going to do, they're going to promise to pay you interest for your money on a regular schedule. And then they give you your original money back when the bond matures, they call it. Bonds generally are considered lower risk than stocks, especially government bonds. The interest rate is usually fixed, so you pretty much know exactly how much you're going to get back. It's kind of a guarantee. It's kind of for people that got a little money to put to the side. If you don't have that much money, you can get into bonds through mutual funds. This is just directly buying the bonds. But if you need your money before the bond matures, you can usually sell it on an open market as well. Though you might get more or less than what you paid, depending on where the interest rates are at the time. Now let's talk about fixed index annuities, or FIAs. I never use that. FIAs just don't sound right to me, but fixed index annuities, FIAs for short. These are contracts with an insurance company. You give them a lump sum of money, and in return, they credit your account with interest based on the performance of some interest, some market, you know what I'm saying, like the S&P 500. But it has a cap on it on how much you can earn. And we talked earlier in another video about caps and floors. And they also have a floor on these as well. It protects them from losing money, protects you from losing money with the floor, and it protects them from giving too much money away with the cap. Okay. And it sounds great, right? But here's the catch. FIAs, or fixed interest rate annuities, they usually come with some type of surrender period. That's typically sets a number of years, often 6 to 10 years or even longer, where you have to try to take your money out, where if you try to take your money out early during that period, you can get hit with a significant penalty by some companies, but not all. Okay. We got companies that work with, they don't do those big surrender periods. And they'll allow you a certain period to take out money when you need it. Not all of it, but some of it. But sometimes these surrender charges can get pretty substantial, 5-10% sometimes, that's a lot to lose when you really need your money, because it's probably really important. So the thing is, how do you choose between the two? It really comes down to your personal situation. So bonds generally offer more liquidity, meaning that they're easier to access your money. You can sell them open market anytime you want to sell them. Annuities offer principal protection, meaning you're not going to lose that principal. And it protects the principal from market drops. It protects your gains from market drops. But you're locking that money away for a long period of time, hopefully getting ready for retirement. So, and then, the upside is capped as well. Bonds tend to have lower fees, okay, while annuities have higher fees and internal costs that aren't always obvious up front. You kind of find out like, man, I could have did this. So you really have to check know what your situation is, you want to talk to a professional. I do not work with bonds. That's an investment license and go through your investment houses to get those. I can tell you all you need to know about FIAs, fixed index annuities. But I would probably tell you, go with me, of course. But do your own research. But here's the bottom line. Neither one is bad, but they serve different purposes. An annuity might make sense if you have money you truly won't need for a decade. That's just to be honest, or more. And if you value that downside protection of that floor that's there. Bonds might make more sense if you want flexibility and the ability to adjust your portfolio as your needs change. The key is understanding really what you're getting. So, watch all the YouTube videos, go to the library or whatever, get online and read about these things before you sign anything with anybody, especially with annuities, because once you're in, getting out early can cost you, as we talked about. Which brings us through to those those free dinners we talked about. Gotta hit the sound.
Alert, alert, alert.
You gotta keep your head on a swivel, man. You gotta slide out there, pick up that
Alert, alert, alert.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Alert, alert, alert.
Slide out there, pick up that
Alert, alert.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Alert.
Gotta watch that robber. Now, here's how they work. You get invited for a nice restaurant for a free meal and exchange. You get to sit through a presentation about protecting your retirement. Very important. The presenter offers uses a scare tactic about market crashes and then pitches you on a fixed index annuity as a solution. What they don't tell you is these products often, they pay the agent a huge commission. That's me. Sometimes, 6 to 10% of their entire investment right off the top. I wish I got that much. But, that commission has to come from somewhere, and that's built into the product's cost. I told you got costs they don't tell you about. I'm not doing this stuff for free. You know what I'm saying? But some people, they have bigger commissions than others. That's why it's okay. I don't do steak dinners. No, we're going to talk, as adults, and we're going to get you taken care of. So that's why probably my commissions are not super huge. Now, the biggest red flag is when someone tries to move your entire retirement savings, or even encourage you to take out a home equity loan. Wow. To buy an annuity. That is a huge one. Matter of fact, just run. If you can't run, roll. Hop, skip, jump, whatever. Jump out the window, parachute, whatever you are. That is a huge warning sign of an unsuitable recommendation. Home equity loan to put towards your retirement? No. How do you protect yourself? Never make a financial decision on the same day as that seminar. Okay? Some companies are good out there. Some companies, they slick. They kind of slick. I won't say they do anything criminal, but they can take advantage of our ignorance at times. Take paperwork home, get a second and third opinion from a fee-only financial advisor. You may have to pay somebody. You may someone who doesn't earn a commission from selling the product. Under Georgia and Alabama law, annuity sales to seniors. They are subject to suitability requirements. I take a class on those every 2 years. When we're talking about annuities, or really, mostly annuities, are they suitable for people over 55? Now, meaning that the product has to actually fit your financial situation. Now, if someone's pushing to move everything into one product without looking at your full picture, that's not a suitable recommendation. It's actually a violation of code of conduct, code of ethics in the state of Georgia and Alabama. And you can report it to your state Department of Insurance. They would love to have a conversation with them. All right, let's close with some money saving tips. I need to get a sounder or something for my money saving tips. So it's getting kind of good to me. I like this parlay, ending on a high note. So instead of chasing complicated products with high fees and lockup periods, let's focus on low-cost index funds through your employer's retirement, like a 401k, or through an individual retirement account. I got one. Just go over to Charles Schwab. I started at TD Ameritrade Charles Schwab and set it up yourself. These funds simply, track the market. You know what I'm saying? And they typically charge a tiny fraction. tiny fraction of what your annuity or actively managed fund charges. Now, I would suggest going with Vanguard. They have some of the lowest, what you call expense ratios in the industry. Some mutual funds can charge you a 3% expense ratio, 2%. But when I tell you Vanguard is under, I think the ones I've been involved with are under 0.05%. That means a lot. A little amount of money, it adds up over time. Sometimes, you know, like I said, they can be so low during the year. This is a move that really accelerates everything. Every time you get a raise at work, you increase your contribution percentage by 1 or 2% of your take-home pay. You know, when your take-home pay goes up, you know, you just want to make that automatic so you don't feel it. You know, don't feel the pinch. Sometimes people can get a big promotion and they'll wipe their promotion money out by putting it away for retirement because they can. But, you know, you're still steadily putting more and more towards your future. You don't need that money. You know, do this every time for 5 or 10 years, and the combination of low fees and market growth and steadily increasing contributions can build your retirement nest egg, you know, that far outpaces what you get locked in with some high commission annuity. Let's be honest with you. Some people have done better than others, so they need other places and to put money, and that's what I'm here for. And, you know, but if not, you want to take advantage of this first, and your money stays flexible the whole time. So let's go over what we talked about today. Bonds and fixed index annuities serve different purposes. So understand the trade-offs before you commit your money. Be skeptical of free dinner seminars that push one product for your entire nest egg. And use low-cost index funds while bumping up your contributions with every raise. That's all I have on this matter. I hope I didn't confuse anybody, but if I do, you know, just hit me on my contact information. I look forward to speaking with you. And until next time, take care of yourself and God bless.
It's more than a paper, it's peace in your mind. Just leaving a blessing for those left behind. We talk about life, but we don't plan it, and leave all the debt to our family and friends. I sit at the table and show you the chart, how a simple decision can mend up a heart. Life insurance isn't for those who are gone, it's to make sure the living can carry it on. Policy and peace, that's the way that we live. Securing the future and learning to give. No more GoFundMe's to cover the cost. We protecting our families from devastating loss. Yeah, we standing tall, and we making it right. Walking out of the dark into the light. The middle class struggles when tragedy strikes. We changing the narrative, changing the likes. We making sure everyone sits at the feast.